Hi everybody, happy Sunday and happy Father's Day. So my last video a couple of days ago, I said I would make another one just kind of updating everybody on my progress and kind of where I'm at. I'm definitely at a crossroads right now. So I wanted to just update everyone on my journey back to land, but more importantly, I wanted to shine a light on MAL De Debarquement Syndrome and raise awareness. And this is just a couple of things that I'm going to talk about are very real struggles for people with MAL De Debarquement Syndrome, and they need to be talked about and they need to be heard. And so that's my main goal in sharing this, as well as just updating on my own personal status. So this started 5 months ago for me. The first month I couldn't even raise my head up off of the pillow, and I have progressively gotten a lot better. I know some of you have seen me dance. I'm actually in dance therapy, and so they've seen some of my dance videos, and I'm sure many assume that I am better and I am in remission, and that is not true. I am not in remission. I'm not better. I have made progress, major progress, in the last 5 months. I started vestibular rehab, neurological rehab from the very beginning, and I definitely believe that the tools that my PT has given me to be able to ground myself and gaze stabilization and things that he has done with me through the last 5 months has significantly contributed to my progress, and to the fact that my balance is getting a lot better. My motion sensitivities are getting a lot better, which is a big reason why I can dance. But I also have a lot of hacks to be able to dance, and I'm definitely don't dance at the level that I used to. But I'm gonna attach a video at the end of this. Those that are motion triggered, you might not want to watch it. The camera is moving quite quickly, but it's a short 1-minute video just showing all of the different bright objects that I use in the dance studio to use as grounding objects, or for gaze stabilization while I'm dancing, and also for spotting when I turn. I'm not gonna lie that I've spent several minutes on the floor during my dance therapy sessions, grounding myself, and actually that's part of my warm-up, is making sure every receptor in my body makes contact with the ground before I even dance and after I dance. I did make a separate video on all of my different little dance hacks. Actually, I've mentioned it a couple of times in a couple of videos, so just go back and watch those. But I do have certain hacks that I've picked up through PT and through just my dance experience that has given me a piece of a joy back to my life, and hope. Has increased my balance, and also increased my threshold for motion sensitivity. So I am very happy that my physical therapist talked me into going back to my love of dance, and it truly has brought a lot of hope and joy to me. It gives me hope that I'm on my way to remission. But so one of the I have a couple topics I want to talk about. So I'm doing well. I sit at about a 2 to a 5 normally, with the external rocking, I always have the brain fog and the cognitive effects of MdDS. I always have an internal sensation of movement or a gravitational pulling sensation. But I would say my external rocking in a non-triggering environment is currently sits at a 2 to a 5. The reason it ranges is it's worse during my cycle or mid-cycle, and depending on the kind of stress that's in my life at the time will also elevate my symptoms. And I consider those triggers, but the kind of triggers that I'm going to talk about, that those spike me up to a non-functioning level. I would say a level 10. Those triggers are what is preventing me from living my life at this point. I can't go to the store or to work, and that's the biggest thing for me is work. I've had to put work on the back burner. I'm running out of my short-term disability. If I don't achieve remission by the middle of next month, it's going to turn into a long-term disability situation, and that just terrifies me. And no one wants this, but hitting that 6-month mark is hard. And then there is the 12-month mark of MAL De Debarquement that no one wants to hit, because once you hit that mark, your chances of remission are lower. So there's a lot of pressure on me right now to go into remission before that 12-month mark, and I'm doing absolutely everything I can to achieve that. But really, I'm at a crossroads with some of it, and I'm at a point where I'm done with medications, and I know that there's many MdDSers that have been at this crossroads. I am going to show you briefly how many medications I'm either currently taking or I have tried. Literally a box full. The majority of them haven't worked. I'd say the only one that has consistently worked for me is Klonopin, and the only reason that I know that it works at all is if I forget a dose, I am much more wobbly and unsteady. So but the rest of the medications are either supplements to counteract the nausea and the hair loss due to side effects from all of the different migraine and seizure medications that they've tried me on. I've been tried on Topamax, and I lost 25 pounds and 25% of my hair in 3 months. I just tried Depakote for a week, and I spent the week throwing up and not able to get out of bed, so I don't think that one's a winner. And I'm also on Verapamil, which is a blood pressure medication, and for someone who runs really low anyways, it makes me feel horrible on top of all the other medications that make me feel horrible, and I have to work hard to keep my blood pressure at a functional level. So luckily I'm a nurse and I'm medically trained, and so I monitor my blood pressure, but I've been on that for over a month, and that is for sound and light sensitivity, the off-label use, and it's not working. So my doctor said he was hoping the Depakote and the Verapamil would work well together, and neither are working, so those are off the list now. And so I'm basically at this point on Klonopin and CBD oil, and then all of the supplements to try to get some of my hair back, and I take ginger every day because I'm continually nauseous quite often, and so I really don't know where to go from here with medications. When MAL De Debarquement causes dizziness and fatigue and depression and anxiety, and then you are being prescribed medications that have those side effects, it's like a triple whammy on your system. And so whatever quality of life that you do have is affected. And so I am considering some treatment centers, Mount Sinai being one of them. There is a neuroplasticity center here in Orlando that treats MAL De Debarquement Syndrome, or they say they can cure it, but it's $7,000. Mount Sinai, that's a trip to New York. Insurance doesn't cover any of this. And there's no guarantee that they work. So that's a huge investment for no guarantee. But these are things that I am considering because I'm desperate. I'm desperate to conquer this thing and to find land and to go back to work and to not feel like crap all the time, and to be the best version of me that I know that I can. And it's like part of me is locked away in this room deep inside of my brain, and that girl is, I can't reach her, and it's a very scary feeling. And putting all of your hopes and dreams and aspirations on the back burner and not knowing if you will ever complete those is also a very hard pill to swallow. So there is a lot that that I'm having to think about and make decisions about and process. I've been processing a lot for the last 5 months, but I'm kind of past being drugged up all the time. I'm not sure financially, as far as the accessibility of these other treatment options that aren't guaranteed. And so this is where I'm at right now in my journey, and I know that there's many that have been in my shoes, that are in my shoes, that are facing these decisions. That's why I wanted to talk about it and shine a light on it and raise awareness, because this isn't just me. This is several thousand people that have either been at this point in their lives or are currently. I mean, there's people I know that have had this for years and for decades, and my heart just absolutely goes out to them. So yes, that's where I'm at right now with my health. I really don't know what the future holds for me. I do know that I need to be okay with whatever that may be, and that's why I'm finding things and learning things about myself that bring joy and bring peace, and and dancing again, and my kids and my dogs and my husband, and basically just learning to live in a new way now, and just accepting that this is my life right now, and there's really not much I can do about it. And I've tried a lot of medications, and I've tried a lot of different things, and I'm doing my very best, but I can only do so much. And so I'm only human when I'm sad, or I'm doubting, or I'm grieving for the girl that's lost deep inside. on stormy seas, and that's just being a human, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't believe that speaks anything about my faith, because that's one thing that this will never take from me, is my faith or my hope, no matter what, whether remission is going to happen or not. So anyways, please share just to shine a light on MAL De Debarquement. These are important issues that we, what we call ourselves rockers, have to face. But really, you know, we're warriors, and it's just a really hard boat to be on. So if you could share, so we can get the awareness out there, get funding, get more doctors interested, or even just being able to have the knowledge out there to where if they have a patient come in, they know what it is, and that they don't have to wait years for a diagnosis like many of these people do. So thank you for listening, and God bless all of you. Bye. Alright guys, I'm dying. I'm going to get after therapy, but I want to show you my spotters because they have to be bright because I can't see black. So there's a spotter. Deal with the drunk walking spotter. There's me walking drunk. Spotter. 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 And me again, being a drunk lady.